Hey everyone, I'm Jerry James Stone, and in today's video, I'm going to show you a fun, easy, delicious, and just kind of over-the-top appetizer. Because you know what? Go fig or go home. We're going to make these tasty stuffed figs. They're filled with ricotta cheese, honey, and topped off with crunchy little pistachio bits. It's just super lovely. It's not that hard to make, and it's a really, really big crowd pleaser. I think you're going to like it. But let me show you. Okay, so we're just going to start out with some fresh ricotta here, and this has been strained so that way there's no extra liquid. We're going to mix in our honey. Now we're going to add this to our figs. Okay, so I have this really interesting fact about figs. Did you know that figs are actually not a fruit? They're a flower. They're actually an inverted flower. So when they grow on the tree, this pod is not the fruit that you think it is. It's actually all of these little tiny flowers growing inside of it. Unlike an apple tree or a pear tree, it doesn't have the typical blossoms. You are actually eating the flower itself. You just want to take your figs and cross-cut them. So, like I said, the fig, that pod, that pear-shaped pod, has flowers growing inside of it, and every single flower produces one single seed. So when you're eating a fig, that crunch that you get from eating them, you're actually eating those flower seeds. That's what the crunch is. Some people have said it's because you're eating bugs, like there's this fig wasp related to the fig tree, and you're actually not eating the wasp. Well, you're kind of eating the wasp, but I'm going to talk about that a little bit later. So just take a Ziploc bag or a piping bag and fill it with the ricotta cheese. We're just gonna fold this up and twist it. Just take your bag and you're just gonna snip off the tip there. Okay, so fig trees are actually self-fruiting trees. They actually produce both male figs and female figs. And in fact, we don't actually eat the male figs as it should be. And also another fun fact about eating figs, here in the United States, California produces pretty much all of the figs that the country consumes as a whole. How crazy is that? Then you're just gonna pipe the ricotta into each one. And just go ahead and fill each one. Okay, so coming back to that fig wasp thing. So here's kind of a little bit of history. The fig wasp, which can only exist if there are fig trees, has this life cycle. It actually enters into, all fig wasps are female, sorta. The female wasp enters into the male fig, and that's where it lays its eggs. The male babies then grow up, impregnate the other female wasps that are also within the fig, and then those male babies go and eat their way out of the fig. But unfortunately, male fig wasps aren't born with wings, so they eat their way out, and then they kind of go out there and just sort of die, as it should be. The female wasps, now pregnant with their brother baby wasp thing going on with their baby bumps, work their way out through the fig, but they have wings, so they fly out, and then the whole cycle starts over again. They go and find themselves a fig, and then they lay their eggs in that one, and it all goes again. That's the life cycle of the fig wasp. And we're just going to top each one off with a little dollop of honey. Crushed pistachios. So, are you actually eating a fig wasp? The answer is, well, no, but maybe yes. So a female wasp burrows into the fig, but the wasp can't tell if it's a male fig or a female fig. It's like being a tourist in Thailand, has no idea. It burrows into the fig. If it's a male fig, everything is great. It goes in there, it lays its eggs, it dies, its babies grow up, they mate, they burrow out, all that stuff happens. If it's a female fig, well, the female fig anatomy is not set up for this process. So what happens is, when it enters the fig, its wings get ripped off as a result of entering the fig, and all it can do is sit there and wait to die. It's kind of like being at the DMV. So it sits there and it just hangs out until it dies. Now, are you actually eating that wasp? Well, here's the maybe part. The fig actually produces an enzyme that breaks down that wasp into proteins. So when you're eating a fig, you have eaten this wasp that has been broken down into proteins and then absorbed by the very fruit/flower that you're consuming. So you're not eating a wasp in the traditional sense, if there is a traditional sense for eating wasps, but you're eating a wasp in the sense that it was probably once inside that fig. There you have it. Easy, right? So if you're looking for a great little snack for the holidays, hey, try this one out. Big shout out to the California Fig Board for sending me all these delicious figs. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you'd like to cook, I release new videos every single week. So hey, be sure to subscribe. And if there's something that you want to see, drop a comment below. I'm looking for inspiration all the time. I'll see you guys next time.